Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At the
opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. And I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. But that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Tackle made right
on the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will get it at the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 28. A huge play that time for the Rams. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
Another Rams.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead.
The extra point.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Valentine on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And Tate's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
A 5-yard gain.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
DC, Ric Flair.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. shotgun snap for Goff. And open, that's Damian Radley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
And 8 at the 45-yard line.
Goff throwing again. He's got the rookie from Florida. That's Van Jefferson with it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Gone. It's Radley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a run with Akers. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
He was brought down by...
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Allen! Damian Radley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley, toss play left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now gone. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Giants 47-yard line.
2nd and 11.
76, tell him. 76. 76. Hey, 5.
Out of the gun. Goff. To the right side here. Complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, it's gone. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Sam Sloman.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Set to kick off.
So the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the counter, this is Akers. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, here's Goff. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Rams 30, Giants nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Blake Martinez, second in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
And 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hell, you won.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. They hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the
4-yard line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malc-Fya, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Goff. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2nd and 20. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Goff now looking to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. 3 yards remain for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's good.
That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
At the 1-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now Goff. The pressure gets to him again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Knew where to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of the play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Being chased out left. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st, as he can only make it to the 11. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Jones now to throw again. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's second and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes for this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Third and 9.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.